JR, like you said, the polls just closed, 7 o'clock on the dot. We just had some poll workers come out here and announce the countdown. This is Bluff Road and I-26. Now, SCDOT says it will be fixing 8 bridges along this stretch of I-77. What lies beneath the surface? It's a question that sparked a year-long journey of cleaning up the Congaree River. And now there are hundreds of answers. Richland County deputies are investigating a shooting that left 1 man dead. The jury is looking into claims saying Trump may have lied on financial records in connection to a 2016 payment to an adult film star, Stormy Daniels.
Darcy, seconds after my last hit, the motorcade came past. We had motorcycles, ambulances, law enforcement.
So here are the 3 issues that candidates are looking to address if they win on Tuesday. Public safety, economic development, and housing. Right now I'm standing at the epicenter for one of the earthquakes from yesterday. The second epicenter is 400 feet down the road. The skies are clear right now, but in about 12 hours, the only thing we'll see is storm clouds. What's going on? What's your go-to fresh food? Is it a vegetable? Do you have a recipe? Are you a healthy person? Because I know someone sitting next to me doesn't do this. B, you got deep pockets. $5?
Yeah, so I only got that for like my front teeth.
What? $1? We stuck to $1 unless they had to back pay. We'll be right back with the final check of your forecast. We're on your side tonight with answers about extreme potholes like these right here behind me on I-77 in Columbia. You may have seen this post on social media. Eric Reese posted it because this is the second time he's had to pay for the damages after he says he hit a rough spot on the highway. This is what SCDOT says ahead of the improvement project set to start in March 2023. The rough and rocky road that is I-77 is set to get a facelift come spring 2023. SCDOT made the announcement in November that they're improving bridges along a stretch of the interstate from Bluff Road to I-26. While many drivers were excited about the improvement project, there are still questions about what happens before the project is set to start. People like Eric Reese, who was trying to take a friend to work.
And there's just like no avoiding it, and it's huge.
Needless to say, he didn't make it and ended up with this.
When I was able to inspect it the next morning, I realized that the rear rim was also bent. I'm not sure about what condition that tire is in.
And that's not the most shocking part about the incident.
Fast forward 6 to 8 months from that first incident, and it happened again. So now I'm like, I really can't afford to keep doing this.
Reese took to Facebook shortly after the pothole incident, and many others weighed in with concerns and questions about that same pothole. So we shared them with SCDOT. In a statement, the department said, the pothole on I-77 has been repaired. Our crews are regularly monitoring that corridor and will have the I-77 bridge deck rehabilitation project planned to begin in the spring when temperatures allow. In the meantime, Reese sent in a damage report to the department for possible compensation.
We are hurting around here. The lives of those young people touch the lives of everybody in the state of South Carolina.
Linda Maxwell is speaking out following the shooting death of 3 teens. 16-year-old Jacoby Fanning, 17-year-old Drayvon Riley, and 17-year-old Caleb Wise were killed Sunday off of Saddle Trail Road in Richland County's Crane Creek community. The 14-year-old was shot but later released from the hospital. Maxwell says she saw Jacoby Fanning every day at Eau Claire High School.
Beautiful personality. Beautiful personality. When I tell you, when you call his name, all he do is smile. So that lets you know right there the love that he has on the inside is a reflection on the outside.
Sheriff Leon Lott says the shooters walked up to the 4 teens sitting outside an abandoned home and started firing.
I don't know, you stand here and you shake your head and just wonder why. Why can't these kids do something else besides just resort to violence and using guns? It doesn't solve a problem. It doesn't make anything better. It just makes it worse.
Community leaders from the area joined Sheriff Lott during his news briefing. Aaron Bishop is the vice chair for the Richland 1 School Board and is a local pastor. He spoke about the impact of the shooting.
As I was at Eau Claire today, I saw a child walk in, and it has disrupted my whole day. That child came in with a laptop in his hand. And I shared this with my chairwoman who's not here. The child said, I'm turning in my friend's laptop. As he did that, he walked away in tears. We are hurting.
Maxwell says she just wants to see change in the community.
Is they put tougher laws out there for us. But if they're not gonna do it, no need talking about it. Stop saying what you gonna do and do it.
In Columbia, Zoie Henry, News 19, WLTX.
I could be the one.
Being the one to make a difference. It's the hope with each number punched at the Richland County American Legion.
Coming up in the holiday season, we have a lot of folks that are by themselves, go into depression.
Teresa Meager is the commander of the post and leading close to a dozen today on the mission to make a difference in veterans' lives.
We are calling our post members today to do a check-in on them, to make sure that they are healthy, they need anything from us, then we can assist them.
While most phone calls are with strangers,
Is this the Reichman's family?
it's a personal mission for Rick Cook.
Well, I've lost some friends to bad events, and just want to check out. Sometimes that's all it takes is people just want to hear that someone's there.
Every American Legion is required to make 2 calls a year to ensure they don't have to receive a different kind of call.
You don't want to wait until you get the call you don't want. So glad to check up on people, and you never know. One person saved is worth it.
What lies beneath the surface? It's a question that sparked a year-long journey of cleaning up the Congaree River. And now there are hundreds of answers.
It was great. So we knew the Civil War ordinance was in here. There had been records of it for years and years, and diaries, records from the Civil War era.
Sean Norris is with TRC, an archaeology company. He, along with others, sifted through the tar and trash removed from the Congaree River during the Dominion Energy Cleanup Project. The company had to remove toxic coal tar that was left along the banks of the river by a gas plant that had been shut down decades ago.
I know that the first berm was about 2.5 acres, the first coffer dam that we built. The other one was about 1/3 of that size, so that was the footprint on the modified removal plant.
In the process, the company pulled more than just chemicals from the river.
We removed an additional 2.5 tons of other debris out of the river.
Some of the extra debris dating back to the Civil War, with bullets, cannonballs, and even swords. Some of those war artifacts are believed to have been left there by Confederate soldiers during Union General William Sherman's siege of the city, when he marched through Columbia during the Civil War and burned much of the city. South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster says it's history that can't be forgotten.
I think it's very important. I think we need to preserve our history because we can learn so much from it. But we're right in the middle of a restoration of battlefields all across South Carolina.
The artifacts will go into the state and Confederate museums. Zoie Henry, News 19, WLTX.